Hey guys, welcome to episode 13 of season 2 at Chelsea. It's the penultimate episode of the league season with Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal in there today. The Arsenal game is an FA Cup semi-final, so if we win that, then there will be an extra episode at the end of the season, of course, with a bona fide one-off special for the FA Cup final at Wembley. I'd very much like that to be the case, so we shall try and do that today. We'll play Liverpool, play Tottenham and that Arsenal game. We'll simulate Southampton at home and Bournemouth away, and fingers crossed we'll add an extra game to the current calendar. There is a patch on the way for career mode. EA announced it and it was released on PC a couple of days ago. As I'm recording this, it's Tuesday, so I think you'll see this on Wednesday. So it's yesterday it was announced. It's not out yet on Xbox One or PlayStation 4. I'm going to do a bona fide video for it, so you guys can fully see what's happening on. I'll link the article, etc. in that video. That video may or may not already be live, so do make sure you check the channel page. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But there are some fixes on the way for career mode, which is good news. We'll wait and see how effective they are, but I'll go into that in more detail in that separate video. So we'll start today with a game against Liverpool in the Premier League. And the game against Liverpool and Tottenham are both going to be difficult, and Arsenal are never easy either. We'll attend this press conference though to start, and we'll see if we can boost the morale of our players before we head into the fixture. See if we can get ourselves that little bit more of a chance. Currently on a winning streak, having won 7 last... Oh, really? We've won 7 games in a row in the Premier League. I was unaware of that. Focused on long-term success. Yeah, I didn't know that we were on that run. Second question. A great heated encounter last time you met Liverpool. What are your hopes for this match? A win, preferably. I'm only interested in winning. So long as Chelsea wins again, I will be happy. With the curtain about to fall on this Premier League season, your team has been marching like clockwork towards the title. Can your team see it through to the end? We'll handle the pressure. We have a considerable lead at the top of the Premier League table, and certainly I'm confident that we're going to win the title this year, regardless of us still having some difficult ties towards the end of the season. We are 7 points clear at the top with a game in hand, although still Liverpool and Tottenham left to play between now and the end of the season. But with games against Fulham, obviously beat me in the Carabao Cup recently, with games against Fulham, Newcastle, West Ham, etc. coming up, and Southampton, who are down the bottom of the table, I'd very much expect us to win the title, and probably 2 or 3 games early as well. But that could change if we lose to Liverpool and Tottenham in today's episode, so I'm not going to take anything for granted. We'll ensure that Liverpool put out their strongest starting lineup, and then from there we shall try our absolute best to get 3 points. Vinicius on the left, Firmino, Salah. They've got Karius in goal instead of Alisson. Bellerin at right back, Joel Matip, they've got anyone better. Caldara's 83 as well, we'll leave that. Milos Grujic can come out of there, we'll throw Gini Wijnaldum in for the new could drop to CDM. Right, other than that, they are pretty much as strong as they should be. So let's just put Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on the bench for Karius. Right then, I won't bother showing you the in-game lineups because obviously you've seen it here now. Instead, right into the game against Liverpool we go. Naby Keita over the top, picked off by Alaba. Comfortably enough done. Goretzka across to Pulisic. Movement on the right from Hakimi, and we'll slot it to him. Robertson's cut that out nicely, and now Hakimi's out of position. Thankfully, Vinicius had dropped slightly deeper to deal with the overlapping runs, so they weren't able to utilise that extra space in behind. Kante trying to get that off Gini, but can't do it. And Bobby will turn here, and Koulibaly will take it off him. Really nicely done. They've committed bodies forward here, and Robertson is out of position, and it might be us to punish them for a wing-back being out of position to lead towards the first goal of the game. No, Alisson with a save. I tried to pull it across goal, and he's kicked it straight at the Brazilian. That is terrible from Christian Pulisic. Not the finish we needed. It would have been a wonderful way to start this game at Anfield and settle the nerves. The 1-0 lead early doors would have been the perfect start. Goretzka looking for Jadon Sancho, trying to get past Hector Bellerin, but not going to do him for pace, are we? Alaba to Saul to Goretzka. I'm going to fire this towards Rodrigo, and Pulisic's gone again, and he's behind again, and he's offside on this occasion, and said it straight to Alisson again. Wijnaldum. Vinicius back to Andy Robertson. Down the line nicely. Was Vinicius onside there? I'm not sure. Play continues, so he must have been. Delivered into the middle. Salah gets there first, and the keeper doesn't react. I really want to see a replay of that. Two defenders underneath that. Salah comes in. Alaba goes out to mark him and then tucks inside. And Koulibaly, well, Koulibaly probably couldn't have got there. I don't know what Alaba's doing. But why is the keeper not reacted at all? It's poor from Alaba to let him get in front of him like that. And, well, to be fair, that's why the keeper hasn't. I mean, it would help if he looked at the ball. That would be a good start. It was a long way away from him, but at least look at the ball when it's on its way and run. The ball goes that way and you look over there. Oh, not what we needed at Anfield at all. Sancho did well to get to that. Far too many times you play balls like that down the line, the attacker ignores it and the defender just steps in. On this occasion, actually, oh, ref! That's nasty. From behind from Fabinho, he may be in trouble here. It's just a yellow. I was holding my breath that I didn't know which way that was going to go. That was from behind and not the best of tackles at all. Alaba's touch there is woeful. He's taking it straight to Bobby Firmino. David Alaba not having the best of games so far. Still 1-0 down after half an hour. Keita turns well. Driving forward. Vinicius. Nice tackle. Fabinho. Good footwork. He's Genie. That's Vinicius trying to avoid conceding a second before half-time. We've done that well. Rodrigo can go short here, and Goretzka is in behind. We use that acceleration to get him away from Matip, and then hopefully some good footwork to get him past Matip. That didn't quite work as intended. Rodrigo battling hard against Virgil here, and has actually done really well to work that space. Kante's there. I need to get this towards the box, though, because I need to have a shot soon, otherwise the half's going to end. It was tame from Goretzka on his left, and the half has ended. Oh, it's a lovely ball by Hector Bellerin. Salah's in behind. He's got support as well. Hopefully some blue shirts are flocking back in support of their own. Oh, Salah just constantly waiting for that move onto the left foot that never came. Koulibaly heads that behind for a corner. After Salah tried to dink it to the back post. He's not going to take that short. He's still going to whip it here, Fabinho. Keeper will come. Catch! Hakimi versus Vinicius. If it was anyone else, I'd say Hakimi would win it. But Vinicius has destroyed me, and Genie won't score a second. Oh, Vinicius Junior is so skillful. It's really, really difficult to play against. Mo Salah. Oh, beautifully through the gap, and Vinicius has laid it off for Firmino. The cheek. We've been sweated by the AI, and we're 2-0 down. This ball from Salah is genius. The movement from Vinicius is superb, and then the vision is also very, very good. To see Bobby free in the middle and not go for the shot himself. Went for the simple option to ensure that they scored, rather than going for glory himself. Booked Saul off. Goretzka dropped from Cam to centre mid, and Mason Mount on in the more forward position. And we have a lot of work to do now to get back in this one. Fabinho out over the top towards Salah. Put it down to Bellerin. Chamberlain knocking it around nicely with the Spaniard. He's looking to get in behind here. Alaba in the way at least. Was. Oh, good football this from Liverpool. And they're dangerous again. And Kepa needed to get to that because Fabinho was waiting to turn it home. Counter attack, let's go. Come on. Quickly now. Oh, lost possession. Before I could get the pass away. Gini Wijnaldum. That was such an important interception from Kepa Arrizabalaga. Rodrigo showing some good movement here. I'll play it over the top, looking for him. If that gets over Matip, we could be in, but it doesn't. And the African deals with that very nicely indeed. Chamberlain battling here with Jadon Sancho. It's Jadon that comes out on top. Squeeze that to Rodrigo around the outside. Rodrigo, please, no, shoot! Just wouldn't pull the trigger because Matip was pulling on him. And Liverpool live to fight another day. That could have been 2-1 and set us up for a banging final 15 minutes or so. As it happens, Liverpool still looking home and dry. Chamberlain drops the shoulder nicely. I'll step in. I've missed it. Salah, Koulibaly away. Nicely into Jadon Sancho. No, it's a terrible pass. Oh, thankfully Rodrigo has done well enough to get to it and turn, and will find Jadon Sancho, who's looking to turn Virgil van Dijk. The ball went past him. The man didn't. Oh, if the pass to Rodrigo had been better, we could have been in there. Jadon, I'll lift this for you. Looking to get behind Joel Matip, and it's just not working. I cannot get past their back line. It's so solid defensively all game. Kante will look for Rodrigo. Again, will turn. Again, he's done well. Alisson makes the save, and that sums up our game here at Anfield, and that's probably going to be game over. Defeat away from home against Liverpool. Congratulations to them. But that's devastating for us. I'm going to avoid the post-match press conference. I don't want to face any questions after losing against Anfield. That's the old send assistant button on Football Manager, well and truly pressed. Still 7 points clear at the top with 7 games to go, but we've still got Tottenham to play yet. Right, here is that game against Southampton. We're going to sim it as it's at home. We've had a full week since the game against Liverpool. We have a full week until the game against Tottenham, so we don't need to worry about rotation for fitness. We get a banging 3-1 win. Now, hopefully, others dropped points. Man United haven't played yet. The lead at the top currently stands at 10 points. I'll just say work harder there to Ben Chilwell. I have Billy Gilmore saying that he wants to discuss his contract because he's been playing more. He's had like 4 appearances so far this season, and now he wants to ensure that he's getting more money. Not going to happen, Billy, I'm afraid. Right, wait and see what Man United do on matchday 31. They might have been playing on that Sunday or the Monday, and they have won. So the gap is still 7 points at the top. Callum Hudson-Odoi wants to play. I'll say there's bigger games ahead, but I may well bring him off the bench in this next game. We're going to be at full strength again. It's now time for Tottenham away. Tottenham starting lineup. Hugo Lloris in between the sticks. He's started to go down in rating now, though. Only 86. Atal, Savic, Sanchez and Mendy. Carvajal and Ndombele holding with Balde, Keita, Eriksen and Heung-min Son on the left with Harry Kane up top. Basically, the whole right-hand side of their team is new. So we'll have to wait and see how good they are in a Tottenham shirt. William Carvalho being one of the better players there. He's up to 85 rated now as a holding midfielder. And Ndombele obviously is very, very good. Balde Keita is very quick. Atal is a very accomplished right-back as well in career mode. I don't know much about him in real life, but he's obviously always a very popular suggestion in comment sections when you look for a right-back. So I have to be wary of the fact that he's going to be decent. Goretzka tried to work Savic there and feed through Rodrigo. Couldn't quite do it. Saul play 1-2. Then look to maybe bend that around people. No, that's not worked. Swept up wide here though to Pulisic. And Hakimi tries to cross it and Son's in the way. Right, it's a decent start so far. In front of the Chelsea fans in this corner here, we'll have a corner. Sancho delivers and Koulibaly's up. It's going to drop, but it's going to drop to William Carvalho and it's punted clear. If we can keep them pinned in like this and score a goal to make the pressure pay, then I'd be delighted. After losing to Liverpool, I really am desperate to beat Tottenham now. We've not played well against them in the past, but we'll try our best here. This is a good start to the game so far. I'll try and work this into Jadon Sancho, who'll step away from the keeper. Oh, I just can't find the space to get a shot away. We'll find Alaba, and he's put it right into the stand. Ndombele tackled. Oh, there's no foul in there, ref. Sal's going to get booked for that. That is not a foul, let alone a booking. Benjamin Mendy's furious. I don't know why. I've stepped in there and I've won the ball. We're not having much luck with referees recently in this save. Sanchez thinks that forward. Thankfully, that was absolutely woeful and we'll win possession back immediately. Now, Pulisic could go again. Heung-min Son is obviously quite quick, but he's not quite on Pulisic levels of speed, or not that long. Pulisic, in a similar situation, couldn't score against Liverpool and can't score against Tottenham either. Placed it better on this occasion, but Hugo Lloris has the reactions to be able to deal with it. If I drill that hard and low with the low-driven shot mechanic, he's probably going to pull it across goal and not be able to find the bottom corner. My best option is to still just try and aim it at the near post, and I hope that it goes in. But we haven't worked it well enough on this occasion or in the previous game against Liverpool. Now Tottenham can come up the other end and take the lead, but thankfully Jadon Sancho gets that first before William Carvalho does, otherwise they may well have turned that home with Kepa out of position. 25 minutes played, it's still 0-0 here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but both sides look dangerous. Big switch looking for Balde Keita, who's found well. Early ball in is terrible though, but as is Koulibaly's first touch, Cheeps, that had me worried. I thought Kane was just going to walk up, pick that off and go and tuck it home. Run please, Pulisic. Heung-min Son's in the way. Trying desperately to get myself 1-0 up here. These shadows at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium are particularly annoying to play with. Kante got nailed there. So that should be a yellow card for the man that took him out. When play stops. Play might stop because there's been a goal. Oh, struck beautifully by Rodrigo, and the keeper makes a wonderful save. I imagine there's going to be a yellow card. I think it went through the defender's legs, did it? Indeed it did. And Lloris just gets to us, constantly moving away from him. Jadon Sancho will deliver this now. There was no yellow card for the Tottenham man, actually, for the foul on Kante. Probably be half-time here, and I'm not going to get a chance to recycle the ball. 0-0 at the break. Both teams look dangerous, but we have had the better chances, personally. Ndombele. Down the line there to Balde Keita, who's turned well enough. Trying to get Jadon Sancho involved. He's gotten in behind here, Balde Keita. It's poor from Alaba again. Oh, I'm not sure who won that header. It was Heung-min Son. Questions asked about Alaba's positioning in both of today's played games so far. Not been good enough. He has been really, really decent in every game up until this point. But he's not in good form right now. Ben Chilwell had asked to play in the previous period between games. And you know what? If Pulisic keeps up... Sorry, Pulisic. It's him that just had the ball. If David Alaba keeps up with this average level of performance for the rest of this game, I certainly will give Ben Chilwell the start in the cup game against Arsenal. With it being against Arsenal, I will start this 11 though. I'm not going to run the risk of not getting through in an FA Cup semi-final by giving those youngsters the chance again. They had the chance against Fulham and weren't able to get us the cup on that occasion. They did get us through against Southampton, but it only came from a last-minute goal from Tammy Abraham. We very nearly didn't get through against Saints in the quarterfinals. 20 minutes to go here-ish. Really not looks like scoring yet in this second half, but hopefully we can work something. And as we mentioned that, we work something, but Rodrigo can't finish. Here's Kane in there nicely to Christian Eriksen. Or picked off by Koulibaly. That was really necessary, that interception. Now Jadon Sancho could get away here, although he's been marked well, or shepherded well by Atal. Try and beat the defender, which we've done nicely. I'm going to drive inside, then dart back again. Look for a teammate, but Savic has got really long legs. You can call for a foul there, Jadon, but there certainly wasn't one. And now on the counter-attack, Tottenham might punish us. It's Atal again. Kante trying to force him out of possession, but can't do it. Now is not the time to concede because there is no time left to equalise should they get a goal. Son looking for Kane. We've worked it away well. Get this out wide with Kante. Jadon Sancho can get in behind, hopefully. He's off and away. Oh, but Balde Keita gets the interception in. A frustrating goalless draw here against Tottenham. The referee will blow his whistle. A 0-0 draw is not what we needed. It's better than the defeat against Liverpool, but it's not what we needed. We dominated the chance creation as well. Man United haven't played here, so I'm not sure what the league table is going to look like, but they have the opportunity now to close the gap on us, Manchester United. Eventually, okay, great. Wonderful. Well, let me save the game and load back in, and hopefully I'll actually be able to see what the hell's going on when I do that. Right, so I saved, reloaded, and this is what I've got. I can't do anything. I've got no ability to advance or do anything. Thankfully, like I've restarted the game and everything, thankfully, there was a autosave point that was just before the game against Southampton. So I've gone back in there, resaved, and I can load again. So I've never experienced that or even seen anyone else experience that. What I'm going to do is simulate the game against Southampton, save it. Well, hopefully we get the win. Simulate the game against Southampton, win this. Please, thank you. And I'm going to save it again. I'm just going to reload and keep simming the Tottenham game until I get a draw, rather than having to sit and play for another... have to play for another half an hour. I'm just going to... Well, we'll wait and see if Man United get their win. Man United get their win, hopefully. They have done. Okay, so right. I've never experienced that before at all. Came out of the game and it just had nothing. All I could do was change the tabs. I couldn't actually advance or do anything. So I'm going to save this here. And I'm just going to sim until I get a draw. Whether that be a score draw or a scoreless draw, I'm not that bothered at this point. We're very nearly at the end of this save. And with a new patch coming out, we're very nearly at the end of this entire series. So it's just another thing to add to the list. Now, hopefully this will be a draw first time round. If not, I'll just reload and sim and then cut back to you afterwards. That's a Tottenham win, right? I shall reload and come back to you. Let me know if you've experienced anything like that before, because I really haven't. That's the first time that's ever happened to me in any career mode ever. Literally, the second time around, I reloaded and we've been able to get a draw. So, we shall crack on. Hopefully it loads properly this time, but we can finish the episode. Updating facts and figures, and it has loaded properly. Superb. Right. Don't know. Don't know what happened there. Don't ask. Right. Let's simulate this away game against Bournemouth. Man United have won their match day 33, so the gap at the top of the table is now 5 points with 5 games to go. I'd like to think we can beat Bournemouth here. I'm hoping we do. We've lost. Alright, I was prioritising the cup game against Arsenal in that situation. That's why I played the weaker team. We shall now hopefully go and get ourselves through to an FA Cup final, and then we'll deal with the situation in the Premier League after that in the next episode. Arsenal at Wembley next. Arsenal starting lineup: Bernd Leno in goal, Arias, Luiz, Akanji and Tierney as a back four, Brozovic and Torreira holding, Nicola Pepe, Mesut Ozil and Steven Bergwijn on the left, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up top. For a place in the FA Cup final, it's Chelsea versus Arsenal. Nice tackle by Saul on Mesut Ozil. Hopefully we can build on that. Give that to Saul again. Through there to Rodrigo. Here's Jadon Sancho. Up against David Luiz. Can't get past him, but it's fallen kindly for Leon Goretzka. This could be the dream. Starts at Wembley, but it's not. He's pulled the shot wide at the target. Such a good source of goals for us this season, Leon Goretzka, but not on this occasion. Rudiger steps in, but can't get to it. Aubameyang stumbled there. It's fallen to Nicola Pepe here, and Koulibaly comes across. Needed that. Very much so. Sancho forward to Goretzka. We'll go short to Kante. Rodrigo could move. He has, but he's not really getting in behind anywhere. Pulisic has support here from Leon Goretzka. Could go again there, Christian. He hasn't, but Goretzka's gotten away really nicely. And David Luiz was drawn by the run of Rodrigo. And Goretzka, this time, incredible solo effort from the German. We lead by a 1-0 against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final. That is exactly what we wanted. Nice tackle by Alaba on Jadon Sancho. Inside there to N'Golo Kante, across to Saul. Forward to Rodrigo. Nice little back heel. Goretzka again. Just play it short. I don't want to rush things now. We've gotten the lead. We don't need to try and play risky balls and squeeze it through a gap that's not there. On Goretzka. No, Akanji. That would certainly have been 2-0 if that ball had gotten past Manuel Akanji there. He was in Goretzka for his and our second dominant start here against Arsenal. For the first time in today's 3 played games, we're actually making it pay with having a goal on the scoreboard. But Nicola Pepe could level it up. Kepa with the save. It's gone past, thankfully, Bergwijn on the far side. And we'll be able to clear the ball away and not get pegged back. Here's Bergwijn. He's just going to keep running, and he's cut back. So to Ozil, Bergwijn again. That's really nicely done. Mesut finds Aubameyang, who finds Pepe, who finds the back of the net. That was well worked. Just that little touch from Aubameyang to knock that into Pepe's path was genius. Just holding off the defender. Oh no, it was on his own. I saw the defender on the floor. He's just knocked it around the corner. Nicola Pepe couldn't really miss. Keeper can't react from such close range. Arsenal are back level. Saul into Goretzka. Kante out to Pulisic. Turns well. Back there to Kante. Rodrigo. So many red and white shirts back there. You just can't pick a way through. There's no room for a pass or room to try and dribble past anyone. Get very, very condensed in their defensive work here, Arsenal. You can see them tucked so narrow, and just all the room disappears in this central area. obviously worked on something in training to stop me from utilising the central area, because that's where a lot of my goals come from, obviously. Goretzka and Rodrigo, the two men through the middle, that are our two top goal scorers in the Premier League this season. I'd probably imagine that they're the two top goal scorers in all competitions this season as well. Rodrigo trying to get past David Luiz, but can't. Or Kante intercepts nicely. Maybe I should try and work out wide to start with, to try and stretch them, then work it into the middle. And Jadon Sancho's pushed centrally, and that's a great save by Bernd Leno to tip that away. We're right at the very end of the first half here. I'm calling for a second man. There we go. Eventually Goretzka responds. And we'll try and cross this way instead. And, it's not going to drop for me, unfortunately. It's going to be 1-1 at half-time. Loose from Arsenal. Alaba picks up on the poor pass. Rodrigo could do with some support. And here it arrives from N'Golo Kante. Turn and look for a teammate. And Goretzka's in. He's turned brilliantly. Leon Goretzka, good save. It'll fall for Rodrigo, who can't win the header. So close to another good start to a half. Arsenal gifting me possession, but not able to punish him for the mistake. Hakimi into Goretzka. Switch this across to David Alaba. Down the line there towards Jadon Sancho. Here arriving is Saul. And here's Rodrigo. And there's Goretzka. Leon Goretzka again. No, Bernd Leno with a save. Should have buried that. I really, really should have buried that. Sancho delivers the corner. It's decent. It was not. But for a moment, Koulibaly was going to get a free header there. Here is Kalidou Koulibaly. Saul's free. Pulisic looking for Rodrigo, but Nicola Pepe cuts it out. Again, putting the pressure on Arsenal, but on this occasion, in this half, we haven't been able to get a goal from it. And if that costs us at the end of the game, then we can't really look any further than ourselves for not performing clinically enough in the final third. Lacazette through there to Bergwijn. Cross could come in. He's looking to skip past Rudiger, who's done really well to win it back and force the goal kick. Well defended. Corner for Arsenal. 15 minutes to go. Bergwijn to deliver. It's up. Rodrigo wins the header. Keeper holds on to it. Well done, Kepa. We'll bowl this out and get it there to Pulisic, who's chested it down nicely. Overlapping run here from Hakimi's good. Rodrigo can play that to Goretzka. Right idea from Jadon Sancho, but just mistimed the run. We'll use the right back first. Try and get extra bodies forward here. Maybe that's what I need. We'll look for Rodrigo through that gap. He'll get to it. Rodrigo's a good save. Trying to knock it down to a teammate and can't. Bernd Leno has certainly kept Arsenal in this. We're 8 minutes away from extra time. And the only reason they aren't 4-1 down is because Bernd Leno has been absolutely superb. Kante swept up wide to Hakimi. Nicely done. Pull that back to Pulisic. Lay it into N'Golo. Now would be a great time to score. Rodrigo out of his feet. Hit Akanji. We get to that with Goretzka. We can't win this. Alaba, he's up well, but it falls kindly for Lacazette. And this might be it. The final chance. And it looks like it's going to go Arsenal's way. Unless they aren't able to build it. But they are building it well. Lacazette tackled. And that should send us to extra time. And it does. Another 30 minutes. Arias inside to Torreira. Jordan Henderson, who's come off the bench for them. They brought on Henderson, and Lacazette came on throughout the course of the second half. I think they still have one substitution left in their locker. I've still got all 3 substitutions left in my locker, so we could hopefully prey on tired legs at the end of the game, but we might not need to. We very much might not need to. Rodrigo makes it Chelsea 2, Arsenal 1 in the 99th minute. Coming to the rescue when we needed him. That might well be the biggest goal of the entire save so far. Other than, of course, the goals that won us the Champions League last season. Certainly the biggest goal of the season so far. Kanji over the top. Will he keep it in there, Arias? He's done well. Driven forward. Oh, Alaba, that was poor. Got himself the right side and then wouldn't actually take control of the ball for me. Jadon Sancho played in here. Rodrigo again moving, but Sancho's touch was too heavy. Here come Arsenal again. Lacazette into Eddie Nketiah, who's their 3rd substitute here. Henderson, Bergwijn, Henderson again. Nice tackle. It's going to drop to Nketiah. Keeper's going to come for this. Thank you. That was dangerous. That should take us to half-time. In extra time, 15 to go, and we're in front again. Ruben Loftus-Cheek drops his shoulder nicely. He's come off the bench here. We said we might try and prey on tired legs. Ruben trying to do exactly that, but Akanji stands firm. 10 minutes to go between us and an FA Cup final. Win that header. Oh, it's gone all the way through. Alaba will chase it, and hopefully we'll have some options. We do. Saul's there in some space. Here's Ruben Loftus-Cheek again. Drive around the outside. Arias holding onto me well. Just twisting and turning, trying to find some space to do something with the football. Sancho. Nice movement from Saul. Hudson-Odoi. Trying to work some space. Can't. I should have played through Ruben Loftus-Cheek there. I'll do it now. And through that cat. Oh, good for Jadon Sancho. It's cleared away. All this time is wasting precious seconds for Arsenal. Hudson-Odoi cross here to Saul. We could just be absolute dicks and try and hold on to possession for the remainder of the game, but I'm going to push for a third. Oh, beautifully through the legs. Sancho through the gap. No. Oh, trying desperately to get it to Saul there, but couldn't do so. Now Lacazette on the counter, and they really are on the counter. Eddie Nketiah's got Koulibaly isolated, and the pace to damage. Has support now. Lacazette to Nicola Pepe. It'll be a hell of a late equaliser, though. We are in the 122nd minute, and Sancho's tackle ensures we go through to the FA Cup final. The suit will be on again day after tomorrow. We shall end the Premier League season in tomorrow's video, and then the day after that it will be FA Cup final time with the finale to the entire save. I'll try and get that video up with regards to the changes coming to career mode in the patch as soon as possible. It may well have already come out, so do make sure you check the channel page, anything you may have missed. But talk about Pulisic's hot run of form. He deserves all the praise. It was a very tight match right until the end. Your team managed to score the winner in the last minutes of the match. Luck was on your side. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Sometimes you do. And it felt like I needed it in that one because I wasn't getting very lucky in that second half. You secured a close call win with only one goal. I don't know as we dominated. Strategy and experience, we'll say. Not really confident of any of those answers, to be completely honest. But that is us in the FA Cup final. And we will play either Newcastle or Scunthorpe, who have somehow gotten themselves through to the FA Cup semi-finals. Hudson-Odoi is up there to 83 rated now. Tammy getting closer and closer to 84. And in the Premier League, we could really do with picking up some points sooner rather than later. So you can see there, the gap now is 1 point. 1 point with 4 games to go for us. We might not have to play every single game in the next episode, but we might have to play every single game. But I have a funny feeling we will have to. Fulham. Oh, it's Newcastle in the FA Cup final. Fulham away, Wolves at home, Newcastle at home, and West Ham away. Play Fulham. We'll perhaps simulate Newcastle at home, considering we're playing them in the FA Cup final in the next episode after that. And then it will be West Ham on the final day. Deary me. The title is going to go down to the wire by the looks of things. We had a massive lead, but a defeat against Liverpool and a draw against Spurs has cost us that lead, as everyone else seems to be, particularly Manchester United, are in resurgent form. I don't know which way it's going to go, but we shall find out tomorrow. I'll see you then.